But first, President Donald Trump's proposal that the United States take over the Gaza Strip and permanently resettle its Palestinian residents has been swiftly rejected and denounced by American allies and adversaries alike. Saudi Arabia weighed in quickly, noting the kingdom's long call for an independent Palestinian state was a firm, steadfast, and unwavering position. The militant Hamas group, which sparked the war with its attack on Israel, called the proposal a recipe for creating chaos in the region.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. Do a real job, do something different.
President Donald Trump's shocking claims about Gaza is drawing regional condemnation.
The Secretary General will say that the search for solutions, we must not make the problem worse. It is vital that we stay true to the bedrock of international law. It is essential to avoid any form of ethnic cleansing. And of course, he will reaffirm the two-state solution.
Displaced Palestinians rejecting Trump's idea.
This is a failed Israeli plan, and it's impossible to transfer us from Gaza. We lived under bombardments for a year and a half. After all this suffering, starvation, bombardments, and death, we won't easily leave Gaza.
All of our children's homes have been demolished and our house is half destroyed. Rain comes into the house, cold is coming in, and we will still stay whatever happens. Even if we stay in the tent, even if they give us castles and villas, we are not leaving our lands.
Some in Tel Aviv saying it isn't a solution.
I think it's not realistic. It's not a solution. This is not the way to resolve this conflict between the nations. So we thought that comment from U.S. President would be more something that can happen.
The long-term future of Gaza has been the source of controversy. Most of the international community has supported a two-state solution, but Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has not wanted to give up Israeli control of the region. He said Trump's idea is worth talking about. What's unclear is what would become of Palestinians currently living in the region. Trump has called for countries like Egypt and Jordan to take them in. Arab countries in the Middle East have for decades been reluctant to accept Palestinian refugees.
But the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent. But more importantly than that is the people that have been absolutely destroyed that live there now can live in peace in a much better situation because they're living in hell.
If President Trump wants to create a Riviera, then let it be with Palestinians in their homeland, in their land of their ancestors. We have tried refuge before, we have tried displacement before, and it will not happen again.
Today, Trump's press secretary appeared to back away from his assertion that Gazans need to be permanently resettled.
That he expects our partners in the region, particularly Egypt and Jordan, to accept Palestinian refugees temporarily so that we can rebuild their home.
Saudi Arabia's foreign ministry issued a statement saying His Royal Highness emphasized that Saudi Arabia will continue its relentless efforts to establish an independent Palestinian state. Australia's Prime Minister also reiterated their position is the same as before.
The Australian government support on a bipartisan basis a two-state solution in the Middle East.
Palestinian militant group Hamas condemned Trump's remarks. A senior Hamas official today saying Gaza is certainly not a common land and it is not a property that can be bought and sold. Among other countries, leaders in Russia, China, and Brazil also voicing support for a two-state solution. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying the proposal was a generous offer.
So what he's very generously has offered is the ability of the United States to go in and help with debris removal, help with munitions removal, help with reconstruction, the rebuilding of homes and businesses and things of this nature, so that then people can move back in. But in the meantime, they'll have to live somewhere. Now, the details of that, if it was accepted, would have to be worked out among multiple partner nations. It's a unique offer, one that no other country in the world has stepped up and made an offer. But I think it's one people need to think about.